Afternoon everyone and welcome to finals time of Premier League. Steve Loader here. I've got Glenn Rogers and Reluctant Heroes champion Steve Jones. Welcome boys.
Thank you.
Been a long week. A lot of build up out the club this week. I've seen a lot of blokes practising I haven't seen for a while. Steve Morgan on the driving range last night till it was dark.
Unnecessary, playing the rebadged Fockers, I've got to do it. No need to practice this week.
Just turn up, isn't it?
A formality, I'd suggest. The mixed bag, building the Fockers.
Well, it's interesting, like if we have a look at the way the ladder finished up, Dimple Balls on top, Reluctant Heroes, Granddads, Mixed Bag, Cinderella Boys, Hackers, Chubbs and Pro Shop on the bottom of the dunghill, scraping in by less than 1%, I might add, into the finals. So for me it's a Western Bulldogs type theme where you're just going to come from the clouds, and it's not about playing your best at the start of the season, it's all about the last 4 weeks for us. And anyway,
reasonable in theory.
It's good in theory, and it's the only one I've got because the one we've had all through the year hasn't worked. We've been very much up and down, but yeah. Dimple Balls, we all know the previous history there, and I've seen a bit of drop off in their form the last couple of weeks. So,
and it's a massive monkey on the back, isn't it? This finals thing. It's
Played with Stewie on Saturday, looked very nervous. Even 7 days out before the finals, you could just see there's a feeling amongst them that it's happening again.
So our first qualifying final, Dimple Balls versus Mixed Bag, and the predicted score is Dimple Balls going down by 3 points to Mixed Bag. Mixed Bag are probably one of the form teams at the minute. They had a huge win last week, and I think they'll have their full team there. So Dimple Balls the same, but yeah.
You can't read much into those predictions. I would think 25 would be a more realistic margin than the 3 that suggested there.
Yeah, I noticed, as you said last week, that Mixed Bag had a percentage booster which actually pushed us out of 4th spot in the 5th, and it was like very slight, like it was 101.2%. Yeah, so when you're scoring 150, or was it 150 or something?
Yeah, I think that was 150. So.
Yeah, that's a massive score leading into the finals. So,
who do you see for Mixed Bag? I think their captain Morgs talks the talk and has probably delivered a bit lately, so I'd expect him to go.
And Coffee though last week, he was a bit like Harley's Comet, come around once in 75 years to have a good score or something.
You seen his handicap?
No, I haven't.
I think it was double figures. He was a 2 or 3 marker at one stage, so I can relate to that. Getting out, stretching out, it's actually nice.
I'd suggest the Hawks just keep the powder dry for a fortnight's time, because you will not need too much to win that final.
No, you would think not. Dimple Balls, yeah, it's hard to say.
And Snags have been playing, quite consistently recently, and then he's had 9 down on Saturday, so
Jonty
and so
Aaron can't get his head around how you could lose 7 finals. Like, he just doesn't understand how that's humanly possible.
I reckon 3 weeks from now he'll fully understand what it's like to be a Focker.
Because he's had a bit of a start to his pennant career and playing match play and doing really well. He can't get the concept of how is it humanly possible to lose 7 times in a row?
I think Aaron will find you cannot soar like an eagle surrounded by turkeys, and there is a few of them in there.
So next elimination is my team, Pro Shop, against the Cinderella Boys, and you guys got us by 1 point last week. A pretty dour contest, as they say. I bogeyed the last 2 holes to hand you the victory.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, well Slats was playing quite well, and he's doubled the last hole, so it was a potential plus that turned into a minus. So
tough hole,
yeah,
especially the way I play it.
But 3 up.
Yeah, it was going right.
That's good. So
my handicap's quite nice at the minute. So, but yeah.
So we're probably a bit up against it this weekend with only 4 players. We're going to have to do a Geelong against
can be done.
Fremantle sort of thing,
Can be done. We did it a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe more than that actually. But it can be done. We've got our full 8. Karen been battling injury. I think Richard's going to go out in the morning in -3 conditions.
Yeah.
So that shows his commitment, because I don't think unless it's above 15 he doesn't venture on a golf course. So yeah, I like our chances, but it's a lot's, you just don't know on
You
the
just
day,
don't
do you?
know. That's right.
Next elimination final is Chubbs versus Hackers, and
Now, is this the stroke, or is it converted to Stableford? Sorry,
we might play
I just
par
need to-
converted to Stableford
Oh,
this week
okay,
or something,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, okay, because, yeah, okay.
Chad worries me because Jones is the world over known, like that surname is just associated with supreme intelligence, and yet Chad, there is something awfully going wrong on his side of our family tree. Fortunately, there's a lot of distance between him and I on the family tree, but
Here we go.
I do not understand that, Chad. Sorry.
Yeah, the thing we all got back to is it's the same for everyone, Chad. But anyway, there's
Wouldn't the
a,
ladder look interesting if you had, rather than that points for and points to gain, if you had sort of points for plus pluses in the par rounds and then stroke in the stroke rounds, you'd be a
yeah.
interesting ladder.
Anyway, there's awards for blokes, rewards at the end of the year for blokes like you, Chad, and you make our selection for those awards really easy. So good job.
Do we make a prediction on that? Who would that
So
say
the
we-
predicted
yeah.
score is Chubbs by 2 points.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
that's,
So,
and that will be a close one.
I was going to say,
They're
yeah.
both those teams are.
I reckon
Well,
the Hackers
they-
will smack the Chubbs, Peterson boys.
Yeah, I think Pizzle's out there. I think he's pretty consistent.
I think Paul Allen had a bit of a
Yeah,
torn calf muscle or something on the tennis court. He was driving around in the car last Saturday, so
okay.
not sure if he'll get up after the old man's injury. So
Yeah, Johnny Clancy, Steve Presser, very consistent players, those two.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I would think they probably should get it done now. Our qualifying final number 2 is Fair Boys, Reluctant Heroes versus Granddads. Now, this is a great match, I think. Predicted score has the Granddads up by 6 points, which is
It
I
clearly
will-
shows how flawed the prediction system is.
but in
Listen to the
saying
Granddads,
that,
you
the Reluctant Heroes have got over the line with some pretty mediocre scores this year. So
I can relate
maybe
to that.
the ladder at some point wasn't a true reflection, but anyhow,
Second, though, isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
This one,
there are
actually.
teams that have the ability to sort of step up when required. But clearly, we want to.
Like the grand final last year, that
We don't play
Oh.
well on renovated greens.
Oh,
That was all
okay,
that was
yeah.
proved that day.
they were the same for everyone. No, we did say
It's a
that
bit
about
like
Chad,
that.
you
It's a
know,
bit
so-
like the, yeah.
But
But
we conducted a review after that, and as you know, we made 2 changes to our team.
one of them hasn't played though, has he?
Sacked. We sacked Pizzle, and he took it well. Said, yeah, I'll get my own team. And then Brendan Kelly, the other one, we sacked, and Kel's saying, oh no, don't sack me. I'm full of potential. I'll come good. And I said to Kel, I grew up on a farm, heaps of dogs that showed potential, and a lot of them got shot and buried. So potential does not count for a lot. You're gone. So 2 out, 2 in. So she's a whole new team, and no finals played.
One in.
No.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Right.
One of your ends.
Yeah, well,
Hasn't given you a
talking of sackings, Kirk Harvey, in charge of recruiting, could be the next bloke sacked. Not from the team, just as recruiting manager.
was gonna say.
Hasn't been a successful recruiting period, but anyway, we've cut out the deadwood and we're ready to build up the Granddads.
They've had a good year though, the Granddads. It's
Yeah,
gonna be,
they're the danger.
they're a bit of a smoky, I think. So
They'll be a hard side to beat, given the right conditions. Now, West Course, Stableford, I think that plays into their hands.
Yeah, so we'd prefer to play them on the eastern straight round.
Yeah, yeah. And we're a bit the same. I think we've got the 4 low markers, and yeah, we like our chances in a stroke round. Stableford and Par, especially on the west, their damage is limited. So anyway, it'll be a great match. So following week will be the loser of qualifying 1 versus the winner of elimination final 1, and vice versa in the other one. So not a lot more to report other than I think Joel Watson plays his 50th game this week, so well done Joel. So
that's
nice
a-
touch, one of the form
you would
form
have
players.
reached 50, wouldn't you?
I don't know, I'm not logged in to know this, but I've only missed 1 game.
So So
all the season. So,
So
I'm only
you-
one short of the potential number.
you would be well above it because I think
And being a successful side, obviously we play more finals than other teams.
this is right. You could be up to 100.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Should have raised with that.
Very good. Nothing much to report. Our new CEO starts next Monday, so that's another bit of exciting time for the club, and all our renovations are pretty well on track. They're doing some night works out there at the minute, putting some sewage right through the middle of the club, so that's causing a little inconvenience, but weather's been good. I noticed the golf course has been really good the last few weeks. Greens have been rolling well. Ladies championships have been on. Well done to Rosalie, who won her second consecutive club championship.
Well done, Rosalie.
Well done. Big shout out to Deb Dunlop. If any of the boys remember Deb from the Spike Bar before it was closed down for renovations. She's had a bad accident and is in hospital in Melbourne, so we wish her all the best and hope she's back on the road to recovery and we can see her at the golf club again really soon. So yeah, not sure she'll be watching, but we're thinking of her. So
Yeah, very good.
thanks, boys. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck, Rocket. This is probably your last time on the show because once your team's out, you're probably not going to be back on.
Well, I can come in for special comments or something, you know.
Premiership hero to zero, maybe.
The hangover.
The hangover.
Or the reverse. If you blokes as 8 lose to his 4, that could nearly see your side disbanded
Yes.
next year, like the Fockers need to spend.
Yeah, we haven't really fired, but our issue has been getting our numbers on the park. And we're saying because of work reasons. We've just been happy to be out there and get enough wins. That was our aim right from the start. Can we get enough players on the park often enough to get ourselves a final spot? So if the season started a bit later into our quiet time, it would have been perfect. But earlier on, the girls were needing to work and different things. So that's our excuse. It has nothing to do with our ability.
Right.
Or lack
Fair
thereof.
enough.
All will be revealed on Saturday.
It will be. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Very good.